by Beyond the Boundary. Down the inside, Silent Trigger was giving cheek, but its Future Swing. Richard extricates that little bit more out of him into the closing stages, and it's Future Swing that goes on to win the opening leg of this afternoon's Pick 6. He beats number 1, Silent Trigger, into that second spot. 3, Beyond the Boundary, will finish in third. Behind that, we had Spring High, who will round off your quartet. Next across the line, it was Chalima, and they were then followed across the line by Gimme a Star, and on the inside we had Silver Sky. Here's that on replay. In front from the word go was Future Swing. He now gets challenged in the middle by Beyond the Boundary, who puts his head in front. And between runners, Silent Trigger is also starting to get going. We're into the final 150. And it's Future Swing that comes back. Silent Trigger had drawn alongside of him on the inside. But it's Richard Fourie at his brilliant best. He gets home Future Swing to win the fourth race on today's card. 8, 1, 3 and 4. That's the call here of race 4. Judges confirmed the numbers for race 4. Returning to the winner's enclosure is number 8, Future Swing. A 3-year-old bay colt by Fatura. Out of Carousel Swing by Trippy. Owned in partnership by Drakenstein Stud. The nominee, Mrs. Gaynor Rupert, Mrs. P.A. Isidel, and Mr. Ravi Naidu. The winning trainer, Justin Snaith, and the winning rider, Richard Fourie. Second to number 1, Silent Trigger. Third, 3, Beyond the Boundary, and fourth to number 4, Spring High. 8, 1, 3, 4. Winner stopped the clock 1 minute 39.26 seconds as Future Swing gets led back to be led into the number 1 box. After winning the fourth race on today's card, the opening leg of the Pick 6. Future Swing will be joined by the Isidels and John Freeman. They will do the lead-in with number 8, Future Swing, and Richard Fourie on board. race 4 on the card is all clear. Race 4 is Pepe.
Winner of race 4, number 8, Future Swing, the son of Futura. Well done to all the connections. Dumasani Maswali got his 1,000 rand from from Hollywoodbets and Cape Racing, so thank you to them. Richard, well done for the win.
Thank you, Vicky.
Looking at the race, obviously no clear pace. Is that why you opted to go up there?
Well, it was always going to be a tricky one. He's sometimes a bit lethargic at the pins, and he's a young horse taking on a bit of an older campaign. And I said to Justin, no speed really, and I've got 54 kilos. I'm not going to try and tuck him in, and you know, we suffer with these big strides. So I decided to just let him go up handy. Ideally didn't want to lead, but I just found myself there, and he was sort of gobby with his mouth, and he was turning the bit, and we're starting to take the corner. I was a little bit concerned, but he soon realized, you know, he's in front and he's pricking his ears, and you know, dangers were going to come. So he's got a big action. As they were starting to approach him, I could unwind on him, so it did start a bit early. But yeah, lovely sort of horse, needs a lot of time still. I think in 6 to 8 months you'll really see what he's about.
Richard, you mentioned that he's a little bit lethargic. Is that you almost looked headed at one stage, and then he came back to obviously dominate at the end?
Yeah, when I started pressing on him, he loses it. So he's got the idea, but he's just not strong enough for it. You know, he needs to build up on his shoulder, you know, fill out a little bit, and you know, become a bit more confident as a horse. And as a professional sportsman, I think for the horse, he needs to just strengthen up, and we'll see a far greater horse in a couple of months.
Well done for the win.
Thank you very much. And then to Mr. and Mrs. Esdale, everybody concerned in this horse. What a lovely horse. I favour this horse over a lot of other horses at home. He's just such a pudding of a horse to ride. So well done to the horse team, and obviously my sponsors at Winning Form.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Richard Free. This combination found themselves in the wins box on Saturday. But Justin, well done for the win.
Great, thank you.
As Richard said, you know, he found himself in front, big actioned horse, and no real pace on.
It was a quiet little plan. So we had a feeling, you know, they think we draw an 8 out of 8. He runs from behind, that would happen. But we decided that, you know, the going's up the inside today. There's no wind, so we wanted to get up there handy, come for an inside run. I see he actually hung a little bit towards the middle, but he's a lovely horse. He's just very immature. The Futuras you've got to be a little bit patient with, and they're starting to showcase. But I agree with MJ. This was, for us, the bank of the day. In all our clients' tips and stuff, this was given as the banker, and I'm glad it's arrived for the guys. Great ride. I mean, Richard, Robbie is right. He rode beautifully here, and to everyone that's in partnership with Gaynor, it's her friends that are partnered here with Robbie and Pamela and Neville. So they're having a nice little run, and it's just nice to have a winner in Robbie's colours. I made sure we had the Isdale's bucket, so tick, tick, tick. And to John, well done on selecting him. He's a lovely horse I just think he's under the radar still. He just needs a little bit of time to mature, and we'll have a bit of fun with him later on.
Well done for the win.
Great, thank you very much. And, you know, I see you guys were taking bets on this horse for jelly babies. Don't be the one to take food away from Grant. Good luck.
It might be too. Please, can you come through and chat to me, Neville?
Good.
Yeah, well done for the win.
Thank you. Thrilled for the win. You know, you heard Justin saying this really good horse, tries all the time, but a little immature. Very happy with the ride. Richard rode a superb race. I mean, brought Future Swing back into it, having dropped back. Thought for a moment it wasn't going to happen, and it did. Of course, well weighted, and we'll be patient. We take advice from, you know, the experts, from the SNACE, for obviously from, you know, our very good friends and partners, Ravi and Gaynor, and not to leave out John Freeman. So John's our guide here, and you know, he says no, don't buy this horse, don't buy that, and he serves us very well. So we're having a good run. It's great.
You are indeed. We've been speaking a lot, so well done.
We have indeed. Yeah. Well, makes us all happy, brings us back for more.
It does indeed. So enjoy the celebration.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Neville for coming to chat to me, and well done to the connections. As Justin mentioned, Ravi, off screen we also got representatives from Drakensberg Stud who not only own but bred Future Swing, the maturing and improving son of Futura. So well done to everyone, and lovely start to race 4. Moving on to race 5 up next, but lovely horse. So well done to all the connections.